This is the part 4, and in our previous video we made that how you can basically add the item, you can pick them, how you can assign them in this particular sort. So in this video we are going to be make is the NPCs can come, they can think that which type of item they need, and they can come and they can receive the item, and once they receive they can pay us, and so once their payment is done they can leave it. Okay, so we're going to make this simple system. Okay, I'm not going to use too much animation. I'm going to focus in the coding part. Okay, so first let me open the logic folder and make sure I'm using a couple of screen. So the monitor, I'm using the monitor setup. So if anything you didn't see, let me know in the comment box. So I will try to figure out in the next video. Okay. Okay. So now let's create a folder called AI, and in this system I'm going to use the behavior tree. Okay, it's an advanced level thing, but it's so good to use if you can use it. Okay, first let's create a character class called AI buyer or AI client. Let's give it name. I don't know really. Let's go give it name AI something like a C. Okay. So after that, the AI we need a couple of things to control a AI controller. So we need a controller called AI controller, which is we can with this thing we can add particularly some data or run our behavior tree inside of it. So let's give it AI con. Then after that we need which is called in the behavior tree. So I'm going to give it name b tree. And after that we need to work with variables, so we have to use call data blackboard. So let's give it a b data. Okay, now here's everything what we need. Next thing we need is couple of task thing that we can do it from our behavior tree. Okay, the first thing we have to go to our AI class. So inside of AI class we have to first assign this thing. You can scroll down and here you find called AI control class. You can give your AI con and save it. You don't need to do anything else here. Okay, come back, open your AI con, and inside that go to event graph, and from here run behavior tree, and from here you have to choose the B tree. Now compile and save it. Back to content browser. Now you have to open the B tree, and here behavior tree data. By default, if you have a first data table, it's going to be automatically take it. But if you have multiple things, make sure that you choose your one which you're going to take. Okay. Second thing we need called tasks. So the behavior tree, always you have to understand basic concept of behavior tree, which is it's always work from left and it go right. And there's a thing in a sequence and selector. If you use a selector, if your finished result equals to false, then it's going to be swapped into the second selector. Okay, so suppose it's something like you have multiple selector like this and this. So there, after that finishing the task, there's a function name are available which is called finish the task. Okay, so in the finish task, if you set it to false, then it's going to be run in the selector second, otherwise it's not going to be run. Okay, that is the thing you have to understand. And the second part is sequence. If you're going to be use a sequence, at that point you have to give it true, otherwise it's not going to be working the for second one. Okay, so keep it remember whenever you are working to with a behavior tree. Okay, now first thing I'm going to use a selector. Inside of selector we have to create a task. Our first task will be it can be come or enter in the shop place, and once it's reached the shop place that it should be, he can get a thing. He get like a 1 to 2 seconds to think it what type of item he needs to buy, and then he will be go near of any nearest our sort, and from the sort he can take any of item that he's specifically thinking. Okay, so we need here like a 3 task and 2 thinking and 3 pickupping system. Okay, fine. So what I'm going to do right now is in the selector we have a task, and let me see how can I rename it. Let's give it name that task like find pose. Okay, find pose. Okay, this will be the location that it's going to be fine. So here you have to search event execution. I guess it's called exeo. Yeah, event receive exeo. And there's also a one that available, which is AI. Because we are using the AI one, we are going to use this one, so we will get much better result. From that, what I'm going to do, like AI move to, and inside of the AI move to is our self class, so we can just give it to our self class. Now we have to whether give the direction or whether we have to give it a target to find like the particular location. To do that, I'm going to cast it by itself. So I'm basically get the variable access from here. To be honest, it's more easy than rather than basically bypassing with the variable. Okay, but if you want, you can still do it. Okay, now I can run a task here inside of my player, which is this one. This is NPC. So inside of here, we can create a custom event. This customer will basically think what he have to do. So the first task for him, it's going to be find a location which is basically nearest in the shop or the dropping zone or entering zone. So let's give it name find enter zone. Okay, in the find enter zone, what I'm going to do is we will find particularly some location which is get actor from class. Will we give something like enter zone idiot. Okay, now this enter zone I'm going to specify with a color like this one. It's going to be work for me, and I'm going to give it a non-collision generate overlaps event state, and yep, okay, that will be fine, but I don't need non-collision. So if I drag and drop this thing to my location, which is at here in there, suppose to enter any NPC, the NPC needs to come here and here or here, this particular string, the NPC have to first come. It is more like the enter point if the NPC spawn from here or where. Okay, so suppose my NPC is here, so he have to come at here first, then he can think whatever he need to do. Okay, so inside of it will be give our enter zone, and from here it can be find a random array, and it's going to be bypass the enter zone data. So enter zone okay, enter zone data is set at here. Okay, fine. Now at here I can do in a behavior tree in my function. So the target will be the enter zone, so I will call it first that find enter zone, and he's basically going to be find a particular one, and then I'm going to execute it, and once I execute it I have the enter zone data. So enter zone data, and which is a bit targeted, and acceptance radius is 10 is enough for me, and stop overlapping thing, and upon our own thing, and once it reach it I want to be get the execution. Let me just comment it like after that if it's successfully fine. Okay, like it's know the data right now by if it connect see the data, so it's going to be find the data. So to understand it, let me add a simple cube and let me show you how it's working. Save all at here is our NPC. Now if I let me see if I have navigation mesh volume or not. This is the navigation mesh volume. Right, yeah, no, it's not. Let me just add a navigation mesh volume. Okay, this volume is so important, so keep it in mind, don't forget to add it. Okay, now if I click on play, let's see what's in the behavior. Oh sorry, I didn't connect in my behavior tree event task. So I have to give my task that find post. Okay, and once it's done, oh yeah, the finishing thing that finish what the fuck, FINISH. Finish execution, success. Okay, yeah, success and failure it's going to be work same. So yeah, okay. Let me check this thing in my left side screen so I can understand what's going happening or what's basically it's doing. So yeah, for me it's saying that it's picked the ACC4, which is I guess find post. So it's executed find zone, and so it should be reach at here. Find zone equal to get and enter zone is going to be set. All codes looks reasonable. Let me just change it to something like overlap dynamic, and let me change the scale to 0.3 in overall. Compile saved. You see what's happening. Is it under navigation mesh volume? Let me give a check. Yep, it's under the navigation mesh volume. Let me check the controller as well. Run behavior b3 that we are going to give it, and from here let me check the controller, AI controller. Oh yeah, guys, first thing, you have to, if you're using directly this kind of like an NPC, you have to make sure that place world to spawn, world and a spawn, so it's going to be work, otherwise it's not going to be work. It's executing, but it's not doing something that it should be do. Let me just place in a world. Auto possess player 0. No, I don't need to access, get it access. In execution it's saying that it's working. Let me just create a simple spawning class which is called add NPC. Okay, so this particular BP will spawn actor, so let me just keep it the by default spawned, and then compile save NPC add. So in a begin test spawn actor from class, this will be the root location. So get actor get word location or location. Let me just search direct word. Where is the get one? Get actor location connect, all is spawn, default class will be this, and okay, yeah, compile and save. Okay, fine. Now let me see now it's working. Idiot thing. Okay, now there's a problem happening. Okay, the system is working, like it's basically finding and it's basically moving those things the randomly. Like if I just keep you something like that, you see the difference actually. So it's now doing the thing that I want. It's basically finding the random one and it's going there. Okay, fine. But now it's basically doing a loop, like it's going one point to another point because of our behavior tree. In the behavior tree, we give the command to after the find, it's going to be finished. So it's now basically doing it a loop. Okay, which is okay. It's not wrong. Okay, so now in the success I'm going to remove the execution. Okay, so now if I remove the execution, you'll be see that it's only doing one time. Okay, it's done. Now it's thinking, okay, now at this position what I want is he can think which type of item he wants and he can go any of it and try to find his item. Okay, now let's give a thinking system like need items. For now we are going to do for one single item, after that we'll be do for multiple, and this is an actor. Okay, let me check. Hold a second. Let me check our items class, which is BP food. Yeah, I'm basically checking because I forget totally. I'm touching this project after a long time. So BP food. Okay, so BP food object. Okay, compile save. Okay, now I have the BP data that I need, and I'm going to give it a comment that which type of item I need. It's going to be displayed. Okay, or it's going to be basically attached. So let me connect a player, which is it will look much better. Let me give it the data minus 90 by minus 90 minus 90 minus 90 is saved. Okay, now at here, because we are the developer, we know that which item this thing using. Like suppose for here the bottle one, which is the A1 mesh icon referring the mesh is like here mesh full blah blah. So at here I'm going to right now join those stuff. So a master, a icon logic, a mesh food, and here's the suppose this one and this one and this one. So this is the bottle, this is the potato, this is the tomato. So for the bottle, if he think that he wants to pick a bottle, so now we'll do here a do once, and in the do once, what I'm going to do is custom event that a command custom event which I am think needed item. Okay, so in the need to item, it's going to do once and it's going to be pick any of them. So to do that, I'm going to do a switch switch int, I guess that will be okay, and the selection will be a random integer range, which will be 0 to 2, which is equals to 1. So 0 1 2, which is 3. Okay, fine. So now we have 0 to 3. So yep, 1 2 and 3. So this is his needed item that is need, and I'm going to attach it to the socket location. So match and that add no, it's attach component to component. Target is that it's going to be work like this and the socket name snap target and to be honest I forget the socket name. I'm going to open this skeleton and here is the go. You can see the bottles or items I have 1 2 and 3. Okay, cool. So is a item 1, item 2 and item 3. Okay, that's fine. So in our NPC we're going to give item 1. If it's for this one, it's going to be item 2, and which is for this one, it's going to be, and for now it's just I'm working like this. After that I'm going to change it to something change, like I will make it more dynamic. Okay, so just chill. Okay, now for this one it's going to be this. Right now I'm just keeping as simple as possible so you guys can easily understand like what I'm doing. Compile and save. So okay, now whenever he'll be think, the attached item will be going to be connect with him. Okay, it will going to be spawn and it's going to be okay. So now we'll be know that which type of item he's basically thinking to pick. Okay, even we can see it also. Now we have to just give it a command that after this finish you have to do a one thing, which is I'm going to first promote this into variable so I can get more access from it. Okay, so from here we'll give that thing needed item, and if it's a success, compile and save. Now click on play. Oh, target is not that, parent is ourselves. So the parent is us and the target is basically the item we are going to attach. And here you can see he needed tomato. To make it more understandable, in our NPC adder, let me add a loop which is equal, suppose let me add a two NPC at here right now. So this one thinking for bottle, this one thinking for tomato. Okay, now we already made the system that it's going to be at, like it's going to find the location, it's going to be take which item he need, and now we have to make our third command, which is you have to go near of, or you have to find any of particular sort, and once you reach nearing a sort, you are able to access the item. If the item is there, he's going to be find it and he's going to be take it. If it's not, he's going to be come from there, okay, or he's going to find again the next one or next one until he's find his item. He's going to be do it for 1 to 2 seconds. If it's not available, he's going to be go from here, okay. Or we can make another system. He can the NPC can go any of random that he's looking for the sort, and if this tray is not available, that which item he particularly looking for, he's going to be come out and he's going to be go anywhere else. Or in the third phase we can do something like this until he's find second one or even third one. If he completed all the selected one by one, after that he can basically go. So it's look more like robotic vibe, so I'm going to give it a random, like we'll give our customers so rudely stuff like they want a specific item. If it don't find, I'm going to go. To be honest, it's more particular to go some random location, and if it doesn't find still for 1 to 2 seconds, and he can go. That's more reasonable, I think. So we are going to be go on this process. So we're going to do it in our next video. For now, that's enough for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. See you in next video. Bye bye.